Greetings, true monarchs of the zodiac, those whose veins flow with molten gold, not water. This message is for Leos who feel their stage has been empty for too long, and their crown has begun to weigh them down with the weight of unfulfilled ambitions. You enter this year feeling like a coil compressed to the limit. In recent months, you may have felt as if your personal sun had been covered with a thick cloth. You shone, but the world did not reflect your light. You gave out energy, but in return received only a cold echo or, even more painfully, silence. Are you familiar with this feeling? You enter a room full of grandeur and a desire to spread warmth, but the space around you feels cottony, dull, gray. Your generosity was taken for granted, and your leadership felt like pressure. You were suffocated by the incompetence of others, feeling the walls of routine closing in, trying to turn your throne into an office chair. But right now, at the moment of the calendar cycle's change, the tectonic plates of your destiny are shifting. The universe is lifting its blockade. The astrological mechanics of January are creating a rare configuration. Energy shifts from rigid, restrictive Capricorn to Aquarius, a zone of freedom, electricity, and scale. Pluto, the planet of colossal, nuclear power, begins to aspect your sun. This is not a gentle awakening. It's an electric shock that restarts your heart. It's a 1,000-watt spotlight that suddenly turns on in the darkness and shines directly on you. The planets no longer whisper, they command. The time of shadow is over. If previously you were forced to wait behind the scenes, in January the curtain is torn down. Mars demands strategic aggression from you. Not anger, but the right to take what is yours without apology. The horoscope for January declares uncompromisingly, this is the month of your absolute inauguration. The period of invisibility is over. Success is inevitable, and it will be resounding. You are reclaiming your right to control reality. However, I must point out a danger sign. This euphoria of regaining power conceals a mental trap, reverse imposter syndrome. As soon as the first powerful results begin to arrive, and they will happen in the first 10 days, your ego, starved for plaudits, will want to relax and simply shine. You risk mistaking fate's advance for complete victory. The illusion that the world is now obligated to worship you without your efforts is poison. January will give you power, but it will cruelly test your adequacy. If you begin to revel in yourself, forgetting about action, the spotlight will not warm you, but incinerate you. Pride now is a concrete slab tied to a swimmer's feet. You must be a king who serves his destiny, not a Narcissus in love with his own reflection. You need to understand the physics of the process unfolding right now. What you call success will feel, in a language of energies, like a sharp shift in gravity in January. For a long time, you lived in a state of environmental resistance, as if wading waist-deep in water. Every action required double the effort. But in January, the water evaporates. The environment ceases to resist and begins to carry out your will. You will notice this on a physical level. The chronic heaviness in your shoulders will disappear, your posture will change, your voice will become deeper and more resonant. This is your natal sun activating, freeing itself from the damaging aspects of the past year. The mechanics of upcoming events are based on the principle of the solar magnet. Leo is the only sign ruled by a star, not a planet. Stars don't chase orbital bodies. Stars attract them with their mass. Your main mistake in the past was trying to catch up with opportunities, fussing, proving your worth. In January, this strategy becomes disastrous. Success will come to you the moment you stop, sit in your metaphorical chair, and let the world revolve around you. Events will unfold according to the sudden recognition scenario. This could be a call from someone from the past with a proposal the scale of which frightens you. It could be a sharp increase in statistics in your projects. It could be a situation where everyone becomes confused in the chaos, and eyes automatically turn to you, awaiting orders. Astrologically, this is due to transits through your relationship and social fulfillment axis. Planetary energy infuses your 10th and 7th houses, creating a spotlight effect. People will begin to see you as a father figure, savior, leader, or ideal partner, even if you do nothing to achieve it. Your aura becomes dense, almost tangible. You walk into a room, and the space fills with you. But herein lies the crucial nuance. This magnetism only works at the high vibrations of dignity. If you're fussing and doubting inside, the spotlight will illuminate your insecurities, turning them into a caricature. Psychologically, January will require you to kill your inner good cat. That part of you that wanted to please everyone, that smoothed things over and was afraid of being too loud, too bright, too demanding. This subpersonality must die. The monarch archetype must take its place. A monarch doesn't try to please the rabble. A monarch lays down the law. January will bring you situations of conflicting interests, where you'll have to firmly define your boundaries. And the miracle is that as soon as you say a firm no to something that's not worthy of you, the universe will immediately offer you gold. Be prepared for the old scenery to crumble. People who used to parasitize on your light will begin to fall away or provoke you into scandals. Try to return to the old format of relationships where you were a convenient energy donor. Don't get emotionally involved. Look at this with the coldness of a statue. Their departure is not a loss, but a purge of the retinue before the coronation. Space is being made for those who can withstand your new burning temperature. Your task is to learn to withstand the pressure of success. Big money and great power are high-pressure energy. Many Leos subconsciously sabotage their success because they fear it will crush or burn them. In January, you will be given a scepter, a real instrument of influence. It will be heavy. It will be cold. At first, you will want to throw it down and return to a familiar, warm routine. Don't dare do that. The heaviness in your hands is a sign that you've taken what's yours. The second half of the month may bring a financial test. You may receive resources you weren't expecting, or an opportunity to buy something prestigious and expensive will arise. Taurus, your astrological antagonist in matters of resources, is now in a position that requires Leo to invest in themselves. Not into everyday life, not into repairs, not into debt, but into your image, your status, into what makes you valuable in the eyes of the world. Buying an expensive item in January will become a magical ritual, a signal to the universe. I am ready to accept luxury. I correspond to it. This isn't spending money. It's adjusting your frequency of reception. The scenario will develop in a spiral. First, a proposal or idea that evokes fear of scale, then a period of doubt and a desire to hide, then a strong-willed decision to accept the challenge and an instant reward from reality. If you break down at the desire to hide stage, the spiral will reverse, and you'll return to the beginning of the circle, but now exhausted. Therefore, when the challenge comes, you must say yes before your fear has a chance to open its mouth. We're moving on to the toughest part. Knowing that success is coming isn't enough. You need to be physically and mentally prepared to hold this structure together when it crashes down on you. January won't tolerate any chaotic moves from you. This is the month of a measured, cold, chess-like game, where you are the king, not a pawn rushing to attack. Your strategy for this period is called the vertical of power. This means that every action you take must come from a position of authority, even if you're simply buying coffee or negotiating with equals. The first and foremost rule of January: implementing the royal pause. Leos are often guilty of fearing silence. You're used to filling the airways with yourself, joking, entertaining, and saving the day with conversation, just to keep everyone's attention. This month, you must do the opposite. Before answering any question, from a business proposal to a mundane request, pause. Count silently to 3. This silence will create a vacuum that the other person will fill with respect and awe. Silence is an instrument of power. When Leo is silent and looks you in the eye, they're not just silent, they're scanning and weighing. Stop being a showman for your surroundings. You're not a jester, you're a monarch. Your words should be valuable, and to be valuable, it should be few. In January, talkativeness will cost you money and status. Silent confidence will bring you contracts. Second rule: dictatorship of the visual code. January demands a total overhaul of your visual presentation. You no longer have the right to going out style or loungewear outside the bedroom. Every time you leave the house, you're stepping on stage, even if you're going to the store. Your clothes are your armor and your regalia. Fabric should be tactily expensive, colors rich. Add gold. Let be just one item: a watch, a ring, cufflinks, a button, but it must be genuine. This isn't a matter of vanity, it's a matter of tuning your aura. Gold is the metal of the sun. When you wear gold in January, you enhance your planetary conductivity. If you allow yourself to look sloppy and rumpled, you'll send a signal to the universe. I'm not ready to receive ambassadors. And the ambassadors of good fortune will pass you by. Your back should be like a steel string. Leo rules the back and heart. A slouched Leo is nonsense, a broken king. Hold your spine as if an invisible cloak weighing 10 kilograms is attached to it. This physical metaphor will automatically rewire your psyche to dominance mode. Third rule, strictly filter access. In January, people will be drawn to you. Many will want to bask in the rays of your rising fame. And herein lies the danger. Leo is naturally generous and often welcomes into their circle those who simply know how to flatter. Now, you must become paranoidly selective. Activate the throne room protocol. Imagine there's a red velvet ribbon between you and the world. No one has the right to cross it without your invitation. If someone tries to violate your boundaries with familiarity, stupid jokes, or an attempt to devalue your plans, cut them off immediately. Don't smile out of politeness. Politeness for Leo is a form of weakness right now. Use an icy stare. Anyone who disrespects your time or status must be removed from orbit. You don't have to explain the reasons. The sun doesn't apologize for its blindness. Fourth rule, ban on self-deprecation. You must cut from your vocabulary any phrases that belittle your worth, even if said jokingly. No, I was just lucky. Oh, that's nothing. I'm still learning. This is a mental virus. When you're praised, when you're offered a high price, when you're admired, you take it for granted. The only true answer is, I know. Thank you. In January, the universe will test you on the scale of your requests. If you ask for little, you won't get anything. If you ask for a lot, with the inner certainty that this a lot is normal for you, you will be given even more. This is the paradox of January's energy for Leo. Your impudence, in the good, lofty sense of the word, becomes a magnet for opportunity. Modesty now leads to poverty. Rule 5, delegate routine. A king doesn't wash the floors in his throne room, not because it's shameful, but because his hour is worth more than all the furnishings in the castle. If you continue to drag down the menial tasks, try to control every detail, you'll burn through the resources needed for a strategic breakthrough. January is the time to hire assistants, use delivery services, and delegate tasks. Free your hands to wield the scepter. Even if you think, no one can do it better than me, that's a trap of your ego. Your job is to manage the process, not fuel it. Find those who will serve your vision and pay them generously, but demand perfect execution. And finally, confront your greatest fear, the fear of being too much. Mid-month, you'll feel a twinge of fear. Am I taking on too much? Will I look ridiculous in this crown? What if they judge me? Question mark. This voice will whisper to you, urging you to return to the safety of gray. Remember, judgment is a side effect of success. If you're not being discussed, then you haven't achieved anything. Let them think you're arrogant. Let them think you're tough. Let them think you're weird. The main thing is to be considered. Your task is to expand, to occupy all the space until you feel cramped within the old walls. Act from a state of abundance. Buy the best ticket you can afford. Order the best dish at the restaurant. Don't look at price tags with horror. See them as challenges you can easily solve. January is refining your reality, but you create the mold for this casting with your behavior. We are approaching the darkest and, at the same time, most powerful part of our scenario. There's a law in esotericism. The brighter the light, the deeper the shadow. As your radiance intensifies 100-fold in January, your shadow also grows to gigantic proportions. If you ignore this aspect, the success I promised you earlier will become toxic. It will poison your life, turning you into a paranoid person sitting on chests of gold in an empty castle. Your shadow in January is called tyrant. This is the part of your psyche that, having gained power, begins to take revenge on the world for years of inactivity and neglect. As soon as your first successes begin to come, you will be overcome with a burning desire to humiliate those who didn't believe in you, to force them to admit their mistake, to rub their noses in your greatness. Stop. This is a trap of low vibrations. The true king ignores those who opposed him. He simply outgrows them. If you spend January's precious energy proving your case to ex-partners, haters, or envious people, you'll waste all your gas on heating the streets. Your indifference to your enemies is the highest form of revenge and the highest form of power. Now let's talk about the most dense matter, money. January rewrites your financial code. For Leo, money isn't just a medium of exchange, it's the equivalent of their life force. This month, your financial capacity undergoes a rigorous stress test of expansion. The universe will ask you, how much energy can you handle without burning out? Many Leos live in a financial arrhythmia mode, sometimes high, sometimes low. January offers a chance to achieve a stable golden river flow. But to do this, you must change your attitude towards spending. The principle of investing in status kicks in. In January, every amount you spend should work toward your image. If you buy something, it should scream quality. If you get training, it should be the best training available. Forget about discounts, sales, and searching for the cheapest place. The energy of frugality is detrimental to you now. Stingy Leo is nonsense. It's the sun trying to conserve energy. The moment you start skimping, your money supply will instantly shut down. As soon as you, with inner calm and dignity, pay a large sum for something that raises your level, you'll receive 3 times as much back. This is the magic of generosity operating on a quantum level. Be prepared for a risky situation to arise mid-month. You'll be asked to invest in something large-scale, or you'll need a large sum to start a new stage. Fear will constrict your throat. What if I lose? What if it doesn't pay off? At this point, remember my words, January favors the bold. Money doesn't come for needs, it comes for a purpose. Declare your dear goal to the universe, and the means to achieve it will materialize out of thin air. The sphere of relationships and love is your Achilles heel and your greatest strength this month. The Leo-Aquarius axis, where January's drama unfolds, is the axis of I and society, I and partner. If you're in a relationship, your partner will inevitably sense your transformation. And here, 2 scenarios are possible. Scenario 1. Your partner will be frightened by your new strength, your autonomy, and will try to snuff you out, returning you to a familiar, comfortable, homey state through manipulation, resentment, or complaints. If this happens, it's a sign of crisis. You mustn't shrink to fit their worldview. Either your partner begins to grow with you, to match your new status, or you outgrow this relationship. Cruel? Yes. But Leo can't live with someone who drags them down. You need a co-ruler, a consort, not a child who needs constant nurturing and rescuing. Scenario 2. You initiate a royal marriage. You stop demanding love and begin to give it from a position of strength. You become a source of light for your partner, inspiring them to great deeds. And then your relationship experiences a second honeymoon, but on the level of a deep spiritual union. If you're single, January is the month of a fateful meeting, but you must remember to filter. Moths will flock to your light. Weak, empty people seeking nourishment. Drive them away. Seek someone who radiates light themselves. Your meeting may take place in places of status, power, or art. Don't look for love in bars or on dubious dating sites. Go where the elite gather, like attracts like, to meet the emperor or empress. You yourself must be in the state of monarch, not in the state of seeking a soulmate. You are a whole. You don't need a soulmate. You need an equal. You must learn to accept gifts. Leos love to give, but often struggle to accept, feeling obligated. In January, you'll receive gifts, compliments, and opportunities. Your task is to accept them not with fussy gratitude, but with a calm smile as a sign of respect. I accept this because I deserve it. With this phrase, you assert your right to abundance. Beware of the envy of your friends or girlfriends. Your rise will be too obvious, and not everyone will be able to handle it. Some will try to take advantage of you. Don't discount your success with the phrase, well, you were just lucky, or we'll see how long it lasts. This is a marker. These people should be removed from your inner circle. Keep around you only those who are capable of genuinely rejoicing in the wealth of others. An entourage is an entourage. A king is made by his entourage. If your entourage consists of whiners and losers, you will never hold the crown. The transformation of January will also affect your body. The energy will be so dense that it needs to be grounded. Sports, massage, and body work are not a luxury. They're a necessity to prevent you from being torn apart from within by an excess of potential. Feel how your body becomes a conductor of high-voltage current. You are a living powerhouse of success. We have reached the final point, the moment where words become the solid fabric of reality. What you have read above is not just a forecast. It is a manual for operating the nuclear reactor of your life. January doesn't ask if you are ready. January presents you with a fact. The throne is vacant, and it awaits you. Right now, you stand in the center of a vast hall of the universe. The hum has died down. The spotlights are focused on your figure. Do you feel this silence? It is the silence before the greatest crescendo of your symphony. There is no longer room for doubts, fears, childhood grievances about the injustice of the world, or attempts to hide behind others. This chaff has burned away in the flame of your awareness. Before us stands not a lost kitten seeking warmth, but a formidable, majestic lion whose mane is woven from golden threads of sunlight. You must understand one fundamental truth. Your success is not luck, chance, or a gift. It is your biological and karmic function. The sun doesn't ask permission to rise. It simply does, and the entire world adjusts its rhythms to it. So it is with you in January. You don't ask for success. You are its source. You are the gravitational center around which money, people, and events revolve. Recognize the weight of this responsibility. Recognize the cold steel of power in your hands, and accept it with absolute calm. Now, to register this transition at the quantum level, we will perform a ritual. This is not magic in the everyday sense. It is a neurolinguistic programming of your subconscious, the act of signing a contract with the egregore of power. We will call it the ritual of the solar seal. Ritual instructions. This ritual should be performed at the first rays of the sun on any day in January, or simply in the morning if the sun is not visible. The symbolism of dawn is important. Preparing the attribute of power, you will need an item to symbolize your crown. This should be gold or a yellow metal, ring, bracelet, watch, pendant. If you don't have gold, purchase any high-quality gold-colored jewelry specifically for this purpose. This will be your monarch's anchor. Entering the looking glass, stand in front of a mirror. You should be alone. Straighten your back so that you feel the tension of the string along your spine. Lift your chin. Look directly into your pupils. Do not blink. Look through the reflection deep into your skull where your true self resides. Donning the regalia, slowly, with a sense of solemnity, place your chosen piece of jewelry on your finger, wrist, or neck. As the metal touches your skin, feel the electrical circuit close. Imagine a heavy, invisible, yet tangible crown descending upon your head, reciting the decree. Looking into your own eyes, in a firm, low voice, without a hint of smile, say aloud, I, your name, accept the power given to me by birthright. I renounce fear, shadow, and serving the goals of others. From this moment on, I am the law. From this moment on, I am the light. From this moment on, I am gold. My will is reality. So mote it be. Implication: wear this item, anchor, throughout January as a reminder. Each time you touch it, recall the state of the straight back and the feeling of the crown on your head. If someone tries to knock you off track, touch the gold, and you'll instantly return to the state of the monarch. Now for the final touch. To activate this mechanism in the collective unconscious, you must sign this contract. The universe must see your signature. Write a manifesto phrase in the comments. Don't write it mechanically. Write it as if you were carving these words in granite for eternity. Let each letter be filled with the lead of your confidence. Write in the comments, I accept my throne and my power. Go and rule. Your January has begun.